First of all, no hatred to the Smash Bracket team. They are responsible for my most popular video anyways. But with 73 videos, it's inevitable for them to get one wrong.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go!
So let me just start off by saying, yes, this video is worse than Sonic vs. Fox 1. At least with Sonic vs. Fox 1, Smash Bracket didn't ignore the strongest thing that the loser had. Now, I'm not good at calculating explosions, but I am pretty sure that this is more impressive than this, which is more impressive than this. According to this website that I found, the amount of force that Mr. Sandman is exerting here is actually way more impressive than Don Flamentio's strength, coming in at an energy reading of 5.64 billion joules of energy, or 1.35 tons of TNT. Now, since they measured this in kilojoules per centimeter squared, I had to find the centimeter squared of Mr. Sandman's fist, which is about 40 inches squared, or 258 centimeters squared. So, in kilojoules per centimeter squared, his punch is about 21,860. This is about 10 times what they say that Min Min survives. Now, Min Min is capable of surviving 12.5 hits from a weak 80 damage weapon, so theoretically she should be able to survive 24,373 kilojoules per centimeter squared, slightly over Mr. Sandman's building-destroying punch. However, Little Mac can survive 3 hits from Enraged Title Defense Mr. Sandman before he loses his first stock. After recovering from his first and second stock, he will have enough health to survive 2 more hits from Mr. Sandman's Enraged Punch. So, all in all, he can survive 7 punches from an Enraged Mr. Sandman Title Defense, or 153,000 kilojoules per centimeter squared, before a knockout. This means that Min Min would actually need 10 hits to knock out Little Mac. No big deal for her, right? Little Mac still needs 772 hits to knock her out, right? Time to analyze Little Mac's strength. Now, I don't know if you know this, but when you punch something, it punches you back. Mr. Sandman is capable of punching down the building, and in his blind rage, doesn't even flinch. In order for Little Mac to make Mr. Sandman flinch, you would need to be exerting a similar force as to what Mr. Sandman is exerting. Now, I'm not really going to do math about this, nor am I going to say that Little Mac is performing that building level feat with these weak punches. But it is safe to assume that Little Mac's 3-star punch, which on TD Sandman takes off half his health, as long as you use it regularly and not in a instant KO fashion, is a similar or stronger feat as that building level punch. To this, I would add that Little Mac only needs to land 2 3-star hits on Min Min in order to defeat her. Judging from the fight itself, it's safe to assume that Little Mac would have her low enough that the final 3-star punch he would have to land on her would be a finishing blow. In fact, with Min Min still having speed and reach, she could still have the advantage.
Hey, Mac baby, brush your teeth. It's bedtime.
Little Mac is very poorly written in this fight. Talking is just something that Little Mac does not do. I understand that they might be taking things from the comics, but Link talks in some official material, and does he talk when fighting Ridley? Also, this video really wants you to root for Little Mac. They talk way more about him, he has more screen time in the fight animation, but then they rip it away from you and make Min Min win. And worse, they try to pass it off as though you're rooting for both of them, but no, they just make you try and make you cheer for her during the last 2 seconds before she wins. This would have been a really good opportunity to have a heroic antagonist win, with a sad/disappointed version of the Punch-Out theme at the end, but instead they try to make you like Min Min before the end, and it just does not work. Little Mac is just also out of character for this entire fight. He gets frustrated that he can't understand Min Min, he gets surprised when she starts talking English, and that leaves him open to attack. That's just something that would not happen in actual Punch-Out. In fact, only 3 characters speak English in the entirety of Punch-Out, if I remember correctly. And one of them speaks with such a thick accent that he might as well not be speaking English. Also, what the heck is this? Little Mac would never punch someone's attacks. Little Mac is a swarmer, which means you get in close and you don't let your opponent hit you while you hit them a lot. Swarmers typically lose to sluggers due to sluggers potentially knocking them out in one hit. A notable example of a slugger in the Punch-Out games would be Mr. Sandman. In fact, Mr. Sandman would have the advantage in the fight against Little Mac, and Little Mac still won. But how did he win? Simply by dodging the attacks. He would not throw a Star Punch 15 feet away and try to hit Min Min's arms. In fact, if you think about it, Min Min is actually at a disadvantage here because she is an outfighter, so to speak. Due to her long arms giving her advantage at a distance, Mac's swarming fighting style is actually very good against people who fight with long range, as it actually puts them at a disadvantage due to their range just not counting anymore. And yes, this whole last blurb was after some last-minute research because I was trying to figure out what Mac's fighting style was, which is why it doesn't really fit anywhere. Anyways, this video sucks and Smash Bracket should be cancelled. Bye.